Every Spider-Man Ever presents The Amazing Spider-Man Annual Issue 3. The Avengers are deciding if they want Spider-Man to join their team. Hawkeye says yes because he digs Spidey's style, and Wasp votes no because she hates anything to do with spiders. And in the end, they decide they first need to find out the type of person that Spider-Man is. And so, they contact Daredevil with a powerful audio signal of Morse code and question him on his opinions of Spider-Man. Daredevil gives his highest recommendation, and so they now all agree Spider-Man is approved to be tested. All the heroes fly out into New York to find our web-slinging hero, but it's Thor that finds him. Thor thunderously summons Spidey to meet them at Avengers HQ, explaining that Spider-Man is to submit to a trial to join the Avengers, and that he has 24 hours to decide. At home, Peter Parker runs an errand for Aunt May to get new medication for her, and contemplates the pros and cons of joining the Avengers. As a loner, he can choose what he does and where he goes. But as an Avenger, it could mean a whole new life for him, but probably a lot harder to keep his identity a secret. And if Aunt May ever found out, the shock would kill her. In the end, he decides that he must have his powers for a reason, and that Aunt May would understand if she knew, and so he goes to Avengers Tower and he meets all of the Avengers: Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Giant Man, the Wasp, and Thor. But when he asks what his task will be, the Avengers tell him that they haven't come up with one yet, and so Spider-Man loses his temper and fights every member of the Avengers from Hawkeye to Cap until they bring him to his senses. But the fighting gives Iron Man an idea for a task. You see, the Hulk has been spotted in the city of New York, and the Avengers are way too busy to go after him themselves, and so all Spider-Man has to do is bring the Hulk back to the Avengers. Easy, right? Spider-Man swings off way too confident and doesn't even hear why the Avengers want the Hulk. After swinging around the city for a while and unable to track down the big green Hulk, Spider-Man finds himself thirsty. And so, he climbs into J. Jonah Jameson's office and helps himself to some water from Jonah's water cooler as Jonah rants and tries to call the police. And Spidey's in that very office when Foswell enters and shares the news that the Hulk has been spotted by a gamma ray research center, and so Spidey swings off to find his quarry without even a goodbye. And there he is, the Hulk. And since he won't go with Spidey willingly, the two of them fight. Spider-Man dodges thrown bricks and a diving Hulk and hopes to find a weak spot. Only problem is, it doesn't look like the Hulk has one. But fortunately, when a stray punch breaks through a gamma ray shielding wall, Hulk transforms, and suddenly Spider-Man is face to face with Bruce Banner. Banner explains his backstory before starting to turn green once more, but not before begging Spider-Man to destroy him. Now fighting the Hulk once again, Spidey suspects that he hasn't quite reached full strength yet and takes advantage of that. He knocks the Hulk down and webs him up and wins the fight. But with an intellect like Banner's inside, Spider-Man can't bring himself to turn over the Hulk to the Avengers. He assumes they want to hold him prisoner or torture him or worse, and so Spider-Man lets him go. Or at least he tries, but the Hulk easily breaks out of the webbing and wanders off dazed and confused. Later, at Avengers headquarters, Spider-Man tells the Avengers that he just couldn't find the Hulk, so he won't be joining the Avengers anytime soon. As he heads home, he contemplates the fact that he could have won easily, could have taunted the Hulk and led him to the Avengers, but instead, he just had to do the right thing and remain a loner forever. Why does nothing seem to work out right for him? Thanks for watching, and while you decide what to watch next, here's a fun fact about this issue. Spider-Man does eventually get membership to the Avengers, but it takes him 24 years.